Let me start the recording. It'll be CLG FC episode 76. And, well, we got FM'd in our last game. We had almost a 2.0 XG. We had 20 shots. We had 6 clear-cut chances, and we only drew 1-1. West Ham drew 1-1 as well. The Union beat the Whitecaps 2-1. We got Mellor on the 10th. We got the transfer window ending as well. It might be a long episode, but we will see. I got 4 hours here before we're done. We might go a little later, but I got about 4 hours before we're done. And I've got what? The tennis, the women's the women's tennis singles, this which is on now, 40-15 here. Christian with his second serve. It's a really good backhand. That just set it up nicely, so nicely for that backhand. 2-1 on serve. Right, here's game 4. After this, I've got women's beach volleyball. Shui and Xia from China versus Maria Fay and Clancy from Australia. And then after that, I've got judo, and that is probably going to be the end of the night. Tomorrow, basketball, football, football, basketball, slalom, canoeing, then more football, then field hockey. And what is that? 145, 345. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 345. 4 hour 10, which is 7:55, 8:05, 10:05, 11:50. Probably ending on the volleyball, Poland versus Egypt, and that'll get me. I'll be 6, 7 rows. Well, I'm skipping the surfing as well, but 7 rows left of VODs before the end of Saturday's action. So we're getting there. Anyway, let's get back into the league that we're in, where we're at here. I mean, just look at the momentum. They scored against the run of play. We dominated. The XG was all over the place. The last match passes. The opposition last match passes. And the long range shots. I mean, we just dominated it, but we just didn't win. So 2-1. It is 15:30. Christian has a break. It is a 64-player tournament in the tennis. Right, in the league. Musselbrook under 21s. Gale 10 minutes in before McConey, 25 minutes in from the spot, leveled it. And then Ricardo in the 74th, again from the spot in the 82nd. And then Horgan in the 90th plus 2. So the second minute stoppage time in the game. And we're in the second half. And Musselbrook under 21s 4-1. They go top. Upton JFC reserves, by the way. Kendrick from the spot, 3 minutes from half, and then Stankoff, 13 minutes from the half, or after the half, I should say, and that's enough to down Shevington reserves 2-0. We slot into 5th. We're 5th. So we were the only game that drew. AFC Einsdale had the bye. So that's where we're at with the league. I'm going to get the Winamp going again. Matthew Gale won Player of the Week. Nice. Oh, the lob went out. So. I meant to look at our schedule and see like how compact are the games, you know? That's what I meant to look at. There you go. So, did I mean to do... Oop, I didn't do you. My bad. Come on. We're still processing through. It'll take a while. I think at least. Here we go. Attend the meeting, weekly staff meeting. Accept all suggestions. An attacking movement off the ball. He's not moving any. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. Oh God. Oh. So we'll keep Daniel Ryan in the under 18s for now. So there's that. That is fine. And we are going to keep. Oh, schedule, right? Calendar. So we've got a game every week practically in August and September. And then we get all the way through to October. And then it's what? 3 weeks? It's Wire Villa on the 30th. And then it's 3 weeks until Upton. Then 2 weeks, 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 all the way through to end of February, and then 2 weeks March, and then it's fucking 3 weeks. Oh my God, it's 4 weeks. 4 weeks from this game. 1, 2, 3. That's the first. Four to Upton, and then back to back, and that's the end of the season. So the season ends April 15th. Why is there such a huge ass gap? I don't understand. But it's literally a game a week all the way through to practically mid-October. So that's wow, wow. I mean, okay, if that's the way the league is, sure. Let me check here, here, here. All right. Yep. We're 100% getting a hard landing. So I hope people are ready for that. We are 100% getting a hard landing. That's for sure. I just think you look at the jobs number from today. I don't see a way how we don't have that. Um, oh, nice. Do it again. Right, leagues in focus for this episode 76. MLS, it's still Columbus top. They're level on points with New York Red Bulls. Then it's Charlotte FC, Nashville SC, FC Cincinnati, Atlanta United, New England Revolution, DC United, Philadelphia Union have snuck into the playoffs. My beloved Union, they are in the playoffs by 3 points over NYCFC. Montreal at the bottom on 32. Basically I'm sorry, 7 to anywhere from 5 to 7 games left to play in this division. In the West, LA Galaxy top, by a point over Real Salt Lake, and then it's Austin FC, Colorado Rapids, Houston Dynamo, LAFC, Minnesota United, FC Dallas, Portland Timbers, who are in the playoffs by just, I think, one less game played at this rate. Sporting Kansas City level on points with them. The Vancouver Whitecaps are a point outside, looking in Seattle at the bottom on 27 points. They're the worst team in the league. In the Premier League, City have started. They are 4 from 4. They lead over Arsenal. Brentford are second. Newcastle third. Then it's Brentford or Arsenal are second. Brentford are third. And then it's Newcastle fourth. Forest fifth. Liverpool sixth. Man United seventh. Villa, the twice Champions League qualifiers, are down in 10th. Chelsea are 11th. My beloved West Ham are 12th. Spurs are 14th. And at the bottom, Everton above the drop by 1. This is Looney Tunes basketball, and I freaking love it. So Everton are above the drop by 1. Crystal Palace are above the drop by a goal in the goal difference. Then it's Brighton in the drop, Leicester in the drop, and Leeds are a point adrift, but they've given up 14 goals in their opening 4 games. That's terrible. In the Sky Bet Championship, Bournemouth lead the way by a point over Norwich, who are in the playoff places by a who are in the promotion places, Norwich City, by a point. By 3 goals in the goal difference. Bristol City in third. Then it's Fulham, Wolves, Ipswich Town. So Fulham, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Ipswich Town, Rotherham United is on the outside looking in on goal difference by 2 goals. Same with Burnley. Lincoln City is by 3 goals. Hull and West Bromwich Albion are a point outside the playoff places. So it's Ipswich Town holding on to that final playoff place, by the way. Cardiff City, a point above the drop over Coventry City, Stoke City, and Portsmouth, who are in the drop. Sky Bet League 1, Bolton Wanderers top. 4 wins from 5 to start the season. They are lead the league by 3 points, and then it is Sheffield Wednesday in second by 2 goals in the goal difference in the other promotion spot. Walsall in the playoffs in third, and then it's Barnsley, Fleetwood Town, and Swansea City, who are in the playoffs only. Third level on points, actually. They're tied with Stockport County for 6th. Wickham Wanderers are outside the playoffs by a goal in the goal difference. On 8 points. Wrexham, it's by 2 goals in 9th. And for Wigan, it's by 4 goals in 10th. Milton Keynes, Chesterfield, Burton Albion, and the Dons of AFC Wimbledon down in 14th are just a point outside the playoffs. At the bottom, it is Salford City and Cambridge United, who are a point above the drop. Blackpool in the drop by a point. They have yet to win. Neither of Millwall, who are in the drop by a point. Grimsby Town haven't won. They're in the drop by 2 points, and Oxford United have only picked up 1 point from their opening 5 games. They are at the foot of the table, 3 points adrift. Sky Bet League 2. Stevenage have gone 5 for 5 to lead the league by 2 points. Port Vale are in second, and then it's Newport County, who are in the promotion spots on just goal difference by 4 goals over Cheltenham Town. Barrow, Notts County, and Rochdale join them in the playoff places. Exeter City, Crawley Town, Colchester United, and Leyton Orient are looking on the outside on the outside looking in to the playoffs by a point. At the bottom, it is Mansfield, Mansfield Town, Tranmere Rovers, and Torquay United, who are all a point above the drop. Carlisle and Gillingham are above the drop on goal difference. For Carlisle, it's 3. For Gillingham, it's 2. Forest Green Rovers in the drop, and then Swindon Town have yet to pick up a point in their opening 5 games. They are 4 points adrift already at the bottom of Sky Bet League 2. 3-3 in our tennis match, by the way. Vanarama National. FC Halifax lead the league by a point over the playoff places of Woking, Southend United. Dagenham and Redbridge, AFC Fylde, Sutton United, and Scunthorpe United, who are back. Scunthorpe only in by goal difference by 3 goals over Wealdstone, and then Oldham Athletic are on the outside looking in by a point. At the bottom, it's a much tighter race. Hartlepool United in 14th. Mind you, York City, Boreham Wood, Morecambe, AFC Sudbury, Hartlepool United, York City, Bournemouth, and Morecambe are only a point above the drop. AFC Sudbury are above the drop on three goals in the goal difference. For Maidenhead United, it's by 2, and then by Hereford, it's by just 1 goal. Bromley are in the drop. Northampton are a point adrift in 22nd. Barnet 2 points adrift in 23rd. Gateshead 3 points adrift at the foot of the table in the division above us. Digmore won their opening game. So did Melton Athletic. So did Rushford Park. Those three are level, tied for first jointly. And then it's Trafford United and Carlton or Catton United, um, who are joint. I'm sorry, Trafford United, who are fourth. Cat United fifth. Manchester Saints Athletic and Southport and Einsdale are uh, joint sixth after their draw and a point above the drop. Spurley Hay and Norcross are above the drop on just 1 goal in the goal difference. And then it's Burskoff, Dynamo, Cherrybrook, and Staconians, who are joint 10th. We've had a break in the tennis. The French woman of Garcia has broken serve over Christian, the Romanian, 4-3. And here we go. She is going to attempt to hold serve here and go 5-3 up. She just needs to hold serve all the way through the set. And she will have the first one in front of her hometown fans at Roland Garros. Weatherstone has turned professional. That's nice. Scouting is finished on Badri. Go back. Looney Tunes basketball. Come on. Come on. You gotta love it. Good old Looney Tunes basketball, man. I love this track. You're not gonna hear it on the YouTube. You gotta come to the Twitch to do so. Let's keep moving on. We are almost at the end of the transfer window, thankfully. So it is Love 30. Romanian putting some pressure on. Well, Tricep's out 6 to 7 weeks. That's a shame. He's tearing it up for us. I think we're just basically following him. 21-year-old Moroccan who just looks fucking incredible, by the way. Skybet Championship League caliber. This should be Garcia's point, and she hit it out. Challenge. It's out. Love 40, a chance to break back for the Romanian. So, I forgot to see when their transfer window actually closes, but I think it's going to be on this day, the 1st. That's the first break point saved by Garcia. So 15-40. Nice. 30-40. She saved 2 break points. She's got 1 more to save. That's nice and all, but that does not help me. It's a really good first serve as well. Let's see here. Oh, scouting. Deuce. Very nicely done to fight that back to deuce, by the way. Yeah, you guys are going. You're in the championship, aren't you? League One rules. When is your transfer window? September 1st. So we get through today, we're good. We get through today, we're good. Fucking get off my players. Fuck, no way. No way. Brats out. Advantage Garcia. It's 5:15 in the evening on the Wednesday, on the transfer deadline day. No. It's 7:15 in the evening on transfer deadline day. No. No way you've. The board have decided this offer was too. Fuck off, man. You're a fucking prick. Yeah, of course that's not bad. Oh my god. There's really a lot of you in here. When did I say that that happened? 1501? 1501. Okay. Coney Coon, you're coming back, brother. Move to my club. Thanks, brother. You're coming back, Coney Coon. Congrats. Like I'm going to let you go to Chelsea. It's still deuce in the 8th game, by the way. I fought back to another deuce. It was let. That was a let. But the transfer window was closed. Thank God. And so this game should be able to crack on from here finally. So. He's back with us, yes. Cool. What's your contract? 525 pounds a week. Guess what? You're now getting a optional contract extension by the club for 2 years for doing that bullshit. And it's not on you. It's on the board, but still. Nice. Fourth break point for Christian. That was a really good first serve. That's a really good shot from Christian, though. Game, Christian. She breaks back. Hold on. Getting through the second is going to take a minute, but we're okay. Oh, hold on. You're gonna tick over to Maverick Battle from Mega Man, but I'm gonna put you back on Looney Tunes basketball. Let's go. Woo! Woo! We got money now. We got fuck you money now. Can you give it? Can you give us, please? Give us youth, please. Give us youth. Here's the ninth game of this set, opening set. Oh, that's way out. Nice. We're into the third. All the hocus pocus Kagamimi bullshit's over with. Transfer deadline day has come and gone. It's so nice to be done with that bullshit. No, honestly. All right. We're one day away from the Miller fixture. So we got, hopefully, we can pick up points. Oh, I'm going to have to add Sheamus back to the starting lineup, right? Yeah. Where are you, Sheamus? Where the fuck did you go? No, not Sheamus. I'm sorry. It was a Konikun. Boom. Warner's back. So Tomset can go out for Warner. But I need I need my goalkeeper. Where's my goalkeeper? Bishop's in. Brat's hurt, which means Rollins is now our backup keeper for this game. Are we away or are we home? We're home. We're expected to get around 100 tickets. That's nice. So, uh, it was called long, I believe, the serve. So this will be a second serve. Christian 40-15, game 9. She is serving. We're back on serve. We are 2-9 favorites. Under 18's fixture clash. One suggestion is brought. He's hurt. So there's no way he's available for selection. Yes, we can scout that. That's fine. Where my recruitment focuses? Let's get rid of that. Where's the players in range? Cancel. What about age? Where's age? Is between 14 and there's nobody 15. So it has to be 16-year-olds. How many did you find? 612 players. Wage budget. We're okay on the wage budget. Well, there's a player from Patrick Casuals on there. We just came from that division. Can I scout? No. Scout. Why can't I scout? Is it too many people? Report. Report. Scout player. Is it just too many people? Is that what it is? It's just too many people. So 51 players. Report. It cost me one. Okay. Adam can't. Adam Canton. Why is he outside the scouting range? He's English. He should be well within the scouting range. But yes, scout them, please. Cool. What? What is this? A settled course. I don't have AC. Oh, let's keep going forward. There we go. All right. Pre-match press conference. Here we go. Let's kick things off. Martin Brown, Sporting Lay. It's been reported that chairperson. Yep. Uh, do I slag off the owner in front of the media? Uh, uh, I have a B rating. Like, Football Manager annoys me. I get on brilliantly with George. He's a game changer. You believe in fact you need. Yes, I'm delighted to have him. Now that Ben Weatherstone is not before he's able to really influence things, but he'll get there, but it will take time. Has no real opinion of you. Sure. Hey, yo, what up? Yo, what up? Is that? How do I say that? Is that Raft? I don't know how you say that. I don't. If you could phonetically spell out your name, but Ran or Ranf doesn't matter. Okay. Welcome along. So, how you doing? We are in the 15th division of. I'm sorry. We are in the 16th division of England, in the middle of a bottom to top save, and we are playing Mellor. We had 20 shots, a 1.98 xG, 60% possession, and 6 clear-cut chances in our opening game, and we drew it 1-1. We are the marquee billing. We are expected to win. I hate it here. Well, let's go try and win, shall we? Uh, let's at least try to do something in certain terms of winning. I meant to. There we go. What is this? There we go. So we are processing. It takes us a little bit to get to the game. It is a 310,000 player database. I'm pretty good. What about you? I'm great. I got the Olympics on the side. No spoilers, please. Olympics on the side. I'm off work. I've got Football Manager. I can't be better, man. I can't be better. Quite frankly. Um, but yeah. What's 5-5? 30. Oh, it's Love 30. Christian serving now. At this time, what's still on? I'm watching chronologically in order. So I'm still on Saturday's games because there's just so much sport. But we'll get there. Uh, Counter Logic under 18s win as Ellison presses. It was Gary Smith from the spot on the 27th and Ben Weatherstone a minute from the break to put us 2-0 up at half. John Smith, 19 minutes after half to put us 3-0 up. And we beat FC Halifax under 18s. We are top of the league, tied really with Banbury under 18s, but we are top. Brought fitness test not required. Is Brought okay? Brought, you're given the clearance for Brought to play? Brought is injured. I think we're going to play him. I think we're going to play Brought, even though he's still kind of hurt. I think we're going to play Brought. We're going to mark Jason Henlon. Now we're going to get into this game. Let me stop the Winamp. And let me roll. That's cool. So you follow the Olympics. I am a huge fan of the Olympics, a massive fan of the Olympics. But uh, I haven't watched since Pyeongchang. I missed the Tokyo Olympics because of work. I missed the Beijing Olympics because of a really bad battle with depression. And we are back though for the Paris Olympics. So I watch very much as well. Nice. Yeah, I'm so excited. I just hope NBC keeps the VODs up for like at least 2 months after the Olympics end. So I have a feeling by the time the Olympics end, I'm only going to be on day 4 or 5 of the coverage. So, but I will very much, if they keep it up for like a month or two, I'll get through all of it. Um, so they have made 5 changes to their starting lineup from the previous game. How about that? 5 freaking changes. Uh, so let me get ready here. Where is my music? Let me point the finger and say, I wanted to say something like bounce back, but there we go. We're going to go that route. Let's get into it. How do you manage not to get spoiled? I make it a note in my stream not to spoil me, and then I also just don't log on Twitter. I don't watch the news in general either, so I haven't been spoiled much. There's the table. Don't get fooled again. Let's hope we don't. So that's crazy. Yeah, I don't watch the news, and I've stayed off Twitter and social media. So the only social media I've been on is Twitch for the last week. We're underway. Garcia's got 3 set points here for France, by the way. Opening round of the women's singles tennis. I do skip some events as well. Like I had one of the fencing results spoiled for me, and I'm like, I'm not going to be watching fencing, so I don't care. But I have some events I'm going to be skipping as well. So here we go with Twinkle. Frack looking to move the ball to Sheamus. He's marked. It's a good touch from Sheamus. Back into space. The ball can be moved back center. Twinkle. Oh, I think Snicky moved too early. I think they moved too early. There's a shot. Not off sides. It will be a corner. What's my favorite sport or discipline? Well, football. But outside of that, Garcia won the set. Outside of that, I would say, I don't know. Probably the velodrome cycling. Just any cycling in general. But specifically the velodrome cycling, because I can watch road cycling during the year. I can watch the Tour de France. I can watch, generally the UCI circuit. That's offsides. Cookies was offsides. But like the velodrome cycling, I don't get to watch a lot. Because there's not really any of that in the United States. So he's offsides. So it's like that's why I like the Olympics the most. Like I get to watch judo, I get to watch taekwondo, I get to watch beach volleyball. You know, all these sports that really aren't on TV here at all. Handball specifically is a big one too. Um, so I get to watch, you know, all of that stuff. I love football, but in the Olympics, it's probably my least watched one. Yeah, you kind of have so much like we just came off the Euros and Copa America, you know what I mean? The Premier League's back in 2 weeks. Like you're kind of like, you know, what else can we do? So you're from America? Yeah, if my accent didn't give that away. uh, but yes, I am. Oh God damn it, Seamus. What was that? So, but yeah, we don't have a lot of these sports on TV all the time. Specifically handball, judo, taekwondo, water polo is another good one. You know, that's not on TV, so it did give it away, but I wanted to ask anyway. I appreciate you being so polite. I'll put it that way. But yes, I am from the United States, but I've been watching football. Uh, I mean, since 2002. Um, so Cookies just cracked one from like 30 yards. So we didn't have the Premier League on TV all the time over here, and 2002 was obviously the Korea Japan World Cup. That's why I started religiously watching football. I watched it a little bit I played it when I was a kid in the 90s, and I played FIFA all the time, the original FIFA for the SNES. But I really enjoyed uh, the Korea Japan tournament, and then right around like '05 to '06 the Premier League started coming on, and I was like, yes, and I started to watch that, and that kicked it off. I'm from Philadelphia. Oh, Cookies hit the bar. Spaps. Cookies, yes! I am from Philadelphia, the great city of. Nice. Yeah, East Coast, where the humidity is high, but the food is amazing. Christian held the opening game of the second set. So Garcia won the first set, and then it is 1-0 for Christian in the second set. There we go. We are 1-0 up on. You got an MLS team, right? Yep, the Philadelphia Union. We're pretty shit this year. We're really bad this year, mate. And I haven't been able to go much to many games because my parents have been ill this year. It's been really bad, but I am a season ticket member there. I just renewed for a 10th season. So next season when I go back, it'll be my 10th season there as a ticket member. I think Cookies is on. I think the guy on the far side's leading Cookies on, and he skied it. Yeah. So, yeah, not only do we have an MLS team, but I go frequently to the games. This season's been an anomaly, but, you know, I do go frequently to games. Spaps, what was that pass? But nobody stepped up for the ball, to be fair. Cucciano. By the way, who do you support? Who's your club? Sheamus. Gonna send it down the wing for fresh. Somehow that ball didn't get cut out. Akuni-kun. Snicky. Spaps on the right. You can send Cookies in. Oh, he didn't. He didn't look up. So you're dedicated about even in the U.S. That's impressive. The mighty Schalke. Nice. Very nice. In Germany as well. Nice. So, Sticky! Yes! 2-0. Thank God. Because watching us get every chance possible last game and not bury any of them has to be the most frustrating thing in the world. I would say Schalke is probably not my, like, if I had to pick a Bundesliga team, I would probably pick Union Berlin. They would probably be my my Bundesliga team. McKennie and Hop. Yeah, I remember Hop played for you all. I do remember him. Haji Wright and Jermaine Jones as well. I remember Jermaine Jones because he had that goal versus Portugal when Klinsmann was our manager. That one he just curled in the net. Like that was was that at Rio? I think it was at Rio. The Rio World Cup. Um, I do remember Hop because Hop he had he had a season where he was like really good for you guys if I remember correctly, as well. All right, come on, Spaps, shoot! Somebody shoot! Okay, there you go. And then McKenny, I don't remember McKenny playing for you guys, but I just don't. But yeah, I do know that you guys have had quite a few Americans on the team um, throughout. So I don't mind Schalke. So I'm glad you're a Schalke fan, and that should be that should have been three. That should have been 3-0. Um, yeah, it was our worst season ever, and Hunt was the only one improving over the season. But yeah, I'm sorry to bring that memory back up for you. But yeah, I get it. So we go on cookies. We yeah, I like that you're a Schalke fan, by the way, because I can't tell you, and I think Snicky was off there. I'll start playing the music, but I think yep, they were off. Yeah, they went too early. Uh, not good. He single-handedly bashed Hoffenheim. Nice. I the reason I say this, there's an endemic here, at least in my opinion, and that is when you talk to anybody who is either a Bundesliga, a La Liga, or a Premier League fan. Good luck getting somebody who's not one of the big nine. I mean, and the big nine being Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, and Chelsea. I mean, there's so many of them here in the States, and I'm like, guys, come on. You know what I mean? What is the actual joy of that? Like, you know what I mean? So, but oh, that's such a good cross. Like I was at an event once. It was not even a football event. It was just a regular, like it was a convention, right? But it was not for football. And I had my West Ham jersey on because I'm a West Ham supporter. And I met somebody there. Yeah, for me it wasn't a decision. I was just born into it. Yeah, yeah. It was kind of a decision for me in the Premier League, right? But I chose West Ham, and I've been a West Ham fan since '06. That should have been. Oh my God. But somebody finish the ball. Spap, Snicky, somebody finish the ball, please. I'm begging you. Nice up the hammers, yeah. But for me, like, um, I was at this event, and there was a guy in a whole city kit, and I'm like, see, you're the guy that I would want to talk football about because I know you know the sport, you know what I mean, and I know you know this guy, you know, you've been through the trials and tribulations, and all that stuff. So I always like it when I see American fans that aren't Big Six supporters. It's just they're very rare. They're very rare. We have a small contingent in Philly that's like 10 to 15 of us. Um, and we go to a bar. There was a bar for West Ham fans. But because it's only, that's always what I say. Yeah, exactly. Because there's only like 10 to 15 of us, if West Ham play the early game, which is 7:45 a.m., the bar doesn't open. But if they play the 10 o'clock game, the bar will open an hour early and let us in, which I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? But like, if you go to, and if you're an Arsenal fan, your bar opens at 7:45 because there's fucking 50 of you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, great, cool. So there's a big contingent up in New York as well. Come on, Snicky. You've got to finish that, mate. You've got to find a way to finish that. But yeah, the New York Hammers are like almost 100 members deep, if I remember correctly. Which doesn't sound like a lot, I understand, but that's enough to pack a bar at 7:45 a.m. and make one open for you, which is, you know, totally nice. Um, but I remember being in a bar in New York. I was on vacation. To be frank, in Europe, we are supposed to support our local team, which is not possible for Americans. So you guys have to choose a team, and most go for the best. Yeah, and I hate that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like 4 years. I shouldn't say 4 years ago. 15 years ago, you could not find an American Manchester City fan. You just couldn't find them. Now they're fucking everywhere. And I'm like, where did you guys come out of? What woodwork were you guys hiding in? You know what I mean? So, uh, it's almost like that Homer Simpson gif where he disappears into the bushes and he comes out and he's in a different jersey. That's how I feel like some of them might be. But you know, it was interesting because I was in New York on vacation. This was 2018. I was in New York on vacation, and there was a bar up at the time called Woodwork. It's no longer there, but it was open. It opened at 7 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday, and it was a football bar. It was specifically for football, and 7:45 that morning, that Saturday, we had West Ham and Man United. Now I was up in New York for a Counter-Strike event, so I was going to the arena opened at like 10 or something. I went to the bar for breakfast, had a nice pint, had some breakfast, and there were like 4 or 5 Man United fans in there. There were like two of us West Ham fans, 2 or 3 of us West Ham fans. Arsenal play at 10. The moment I mean, you can support them, but you aren't. Then you aren't a real fan, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. the the Arsenal, this bar I went to, Arsenal plays at 10. 9:50, 9:55 all of a sudden. It was shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't get a spot, right? Arsenal was playing Wolves that time. I think it was the last year Wenger might have been in charge, or it might have been one of the years Unai Emery was in charge. They lose the Wolves, I think. They either drew late or lost late to Wolves. And the moment the game is done at like noon, it's like a vacuum. Everything's gone. Everybody's gone. Um, and I'm sitting there, and I'm the only one left in the bar. And they're like, are you hanging around? And I'm like, yeah. Can you put the 12:30 game on? And the 12:30 game is like Bournemouth, and I think Snicky's off again. The 12:30 game is like Bournemouth and oh no, they're on sides. Yeah, the 12:30 game was Bournemouth and Brighton, I think it was. So it's like, who's watching that? You know what I mean? In America, at least, right? There are Brighton fans in America, quite a few of them, but it's not your marquee matchup. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch the game. You know what I mean? I want to see this team play. But yeah, you can't find a lot of really passionate fans. So, but anyway, um, it's nice that there's at least a contingent of the West Ham fans. And DC's got a big contingent, actually. DC's is probably bigger than New York's. But yeah, 44th minute. Frack, offsides. God, I hate it when they do that play. They're offsides every fucking time when they do that play. I'm just hoping that American football culture gets bigger so you can support your teams. I think it is. I think the problem is MLS is expanding quicker than the culture, and you have a lot of these clubs that I call plastic clubs that don't really have dedicated fan bases. New York City FC, LAFC, uh, Inter Miami are 3 good examples of that. Inter Miami doesn't really have a huge fan base. They just have a lot of Messi fans, and when he retires in 2 years' time, they're not going to have anybody. NYCFC has fans that don't want to travel to Harrison, New Jersey to watch the Red Bulls play. It's the same thing with LAFC. LAFC has Galaxy fans that don't want to travel to Carson to watch the Galaxy play at StubHub Arena. Like, it's you know what I mean? It's the cultures of those clubs are built on wafers at that point. So uh, I don't know if we need relegation promotion necessarily, because the the league's organically grown without it for 25 years. I think the problem people think is when they look at MLS, they always compare it to the Premier League or Europe. And I'm like, guys, Europe's been playing the sport for 150 fucking years. MLS has been around 30 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be the same quality. I think to me, the bigger issue is the pay-to-play youth system that MLS has set up. Like, if you want to go to an MLS academy, you're paying thousands of dollars to do so. Go on, Seamus, score that. Like, to me, MLS is a plastic league. There's parts of it that's genuine. They make fucking dog shit decisions, that's for sure, as a league. But I think that's the problem. Like, the league prioritizes money over everything. That's why they want to back out of the U.S. Open Cup. That's why the Leagues Cup even exists. Like, they just want. That's why they have a dog shit playoff format. Um, you know, playoffs to get in general in the sport aren't. That's a free kick. Aren't like hugely popular to determine a title winner, but I understand why MLS does it because it's a very much American thing, right? NFL does it, MLB does it, NHL does it. Like, it's right in line with that. So I'm like, okay, if you understand American sports, then you understand why MLS has a playoff to determine a title winner. But they just prioritize profit too much. Like, the youth academies you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to get in. They're backing out of the U.S. Open Cup, which is our only competition that's like the FA Cup. It's been around since 1910 for crying out loud, like, or 1912, something like that. So it's like, why are we throwing those away and doing that? I mean, they bowed to Apple to give a best of 3 playoff format for the first round. I'm like, why? Who does a best of 3 in football? My connection to Schalke has just grown to this level because there's a chance that we go down and realistically don't exist anymore. It's not only about winning, it's also about losing, and you can't lose anything in MLS. That's a fair point. I think you could lose the fans a bit more. There's Europe has such a close connection with the football clubs that when the clubs are really poor year over year over year over year, there's still that dedicated fan base that will fill the stadium in and more majority of the capacity in a stadium. I don't think MLS has that. I think American fans, if you're shit, they don't go to games. So go on, Stinky. Go on. Off the bar. So that's like, if you look at Earthquakes fans, they they felt enough losing. They've been like the worst team in the league for like 6, 7, 8 straight seasons. So, for them, they just want to taste some sort of joy and get in maybe to the playoffs, But it's the same for most English clubs, unfortunately. I agree, because I think if you look at for example, the attendance figures of the worst club in the Premier League, like the year Villa went down, their attendance was like 74% of capacity or something like that. It was, granted, they have one of the bigger stadiums in the league, but still, it wasn't great. But the MLS needs to promotion relegation would be nice. It's hard to San Jose, right? Yeah, San Jose. They've been dog shit. Oh my God, Young's in alone. He's offsides. They've been really bad year over year over year over year over year. That's for sure. Let's see. They are the worst team in the league right now, and by a long shot. They're the worst team in the league by 9 points. Last season, they finished 9th. They were a borderline playoff. They played the play-in. The season before that, they were the worst team in the West. The season before that, they were 10th. They didn't make the playoffs. The season before that, they were 8th. They just snuck in the playoffs. They went out immediately. The season before that, they were 8th. They missed the playoffs. The season before that, they were the worst team in the league by 7 points. Like, yeah. San Jose's been poor. really poor for a while. But my biggest issue with MLS is pay to play for the youth system. Like USL, which is a competing league here in the US, you don't have to pay to join their youth system. But MLS you do. So if you have a really talented kid, go on Twinkle, score that. Oh, it's off the bar. Go on Sheamus, score that. Why'd you take a touch? He did it anyway. If you have a lot of talent in America, but you can't afford the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 fee to join an MLS academy, you go to a USL academy. But USL teams aren't quite on the same level as MLS teams. They're getting there. Yeah. But that's crazy. Yeah. So like the whole pay-to-play system that's in place needs to just get. It needs to go. It needs to get abolished. So they can't. It can't be pay-to-play. Oh, what a shot from Garcia! Wow, 2-2 in the second set. We're 4-0 up. This looks good. Shima's going to take the ball. Just run with it. I need to make subs because we're 70 minutes into the game. So I think we're going to bring in Sam Wellman. Parks is also being a little wet. So Ben Bridley's coming in. And I'll make one more sub in 10 minutes. Shouldn't the MLS team try to get these players? They don't care to. They just want the money. That's essentially it. They would rather they look at it and go, this country's big enough. They'll produce another kid who has parents that have the money, and we'll hire him and develop him. Because the training academies and the youth academies in the MLS are way better. So it's like, okay, if we don't get this kid who can turn into a 5-star player, he can go to a USL academy and maybe he'll develop into a 3.5, 4-star player, and he'll find his way into MLS. And we'll just hire the kid that isn't going to be the 5-star player, can only be the 4-star player, and our academy can make sure he develops into the 4-star player that he will be, and then they'll sell him. So that's kind of the way they are. Sorry, but that, oh yeah, 100% you're right. That's typical for America, brutally capitalistic. Yeah, 100%. Absolute brutally. Brutally is a good word to put it. Yeah. So they'll choose the money every time. John Jones will come in. That's a great shot from McChill, but Joe Brott was there. We'll bring in Joe Jones as our last sub. Yeah. Even when it doesn't benefit them, they'll still be that way. That's the MLS for you. You guys might get hit by the sun soon, so I have to shut the one blind because the sun's going down. I will after this game. Coney Kuhn here with the ball on the left. Cookies, and there it's 5. They have responded well. A 1-1 draw. They've responded well. They've put 5 past Meller. Because like here in Germany, it's the other way around. If someone is talented but hasn't got the money, teams will try everything to get him before other teams do. Yep. We don't got that here. Yeah. I did say yes to tactical changes. I clicked yes. Yes to tactical change. There we are. All right, we're underway. Can I praise him? I gotta celebrate you, baby. I got the Still, I believe the younger generation in America is quite good. The talent that's coming through. See, they are. But they're not going to be managed well. That's the only problem. Like the U.S. team has so much, the national team and whatnot, have so much talent that they've never had before. Sure, it's not a Germany, a Spain, England currently, sure. But this is probably the best class of talent the U.S. has ever produced in the last 40 years. And they're not going to have anybody who can tactically lead them through the 2026 World Cup. I mean, I don't know who they're going to hire. I don't know who they're going to hire. Um, but between 10th and 15th best in the world, probably. I think they can get into the top 7. I think they can be 7th. And the reason I say that is because if I look at the team that was Jose Altidore, uh, uh, Michael Bradley, Clint Dempsey, Landon Donovan, the 2009-2010 team. If I look at that team got the 9th in the world. And I'm like, we have the talent that's way better than those players. And those players were good, don't get me wrong. But we have the talent that's way better than that. We should get 6th, 8th, 7th in the world, never top 7. I think there's certain nations that are on their way out. I think that's the thing. Like, Spain look really good. They're obviously up and coming. Brazil do not look good, for example. Argentina looks good. They're going to have to see how they do without Messi, but they look good. Belgium's golden generation is done. Portugal's golden generation is done. You know, the climate's right. You know, the climate is right for that kind of a run. But so I don't want to say it's not possible, but I don't think they will get there because I think they're tactically not going to be good enough. But I think they definitely have the talent, the raw talent within the side to maybe be an 8th or 7th best in the world. I mean, I would still put Germany ahead of them, Spain ahead of them, England ahead of them, Argentina ahead of them. That's a wonderful goal, Snicky. That's a great strike. France ahead of them, yeah. Brazil are really not very good right now, believe it or not. They do have Vinny Jr., but it's like if you look at the way they've played, they're definitely struggling. What a goal. What a strike. Italy are an interesting one because they made the Euros, but then they didn't qualify for the World Cup. And then they got out of the groups at the Euros, but they didn't get into like the semifinals, if I remember correctly. So it's like, they're so inconsistent. Yeah, Rodrigo and Vinny Jr. alone are so good. You're right, but like, where's the back line in Brazil? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just not really there for them. You know, the keeping is not there for them. So, um, that's why I'm like, I don't know if I would say they're untouchable right now. I feel the same way about Italy, but I like Italy being in that list more than Brazil being in that list. Historically, the best nation in the world, they would get new players into there. I agree, but that kind of takes 4 to 6 years to get. So that's why I'm like, if you look at the U.S. talent that we have, that's going to be there in 26 and in 28 for like Copa America or whatever for 28, and I'm like, there's 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 a lot of promise as opposed to a Brazil side that's going to need 6 to 8 years to rebuild. You know, um, but why they even got Endrick as the new shooting star coming up? That's true. Endrick does look good. I actually have really liked what I've seen from Endrick. Uh, this is tough. Garcia 1540, a chance to, and Christian's got 2 break points on her to break her in the second set here. We're gonna outstretch our arms and say that's as good as winning you're likely to see. There you go. So 6-0 the final. Oh. 6-0 the final, which should only mean finally we bring back sweet, sweet victory. Why'd you restart? 6-0 the final over Meller Cookies, and then Snicky again before Sheamus, and then Cookies again, and then Snicky for their hat trick. AFC Einsdale 3-0 over Middleton and Overton Sports Reserves. It was Kivlin in the 22nd, Ryan in the 37th, Bellamy from the spot in the 72nd minute. So we go top on goal difference, but Musselbrook still has to play. Or we go top by a point. Musselbrook, all these guys still have to play. They play tomorrow. Welcome back. But I see you've got a lot of football on. I got a bit. I don't have a ton, but I've been watching the sport a lot. So I used to commentate Counter-Strike, and I couldn't watch as much football as I wanted to, and I retired from commentating Counter-Strike in March, and now I get to watch all the football I want to watch. Essentially, I can't wait for the Premier League in 2 weeks, and the Bundesliga. That reminds me, I got to buy Paramount Plus because I'll have Paramount Plus has the Championship, League One, and League Two on it. So I'm looking forward to that. Football knowledge is not only about players, teams, and stuff. It's also about understanding the sport and the systems itself. And I see you do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is definitely probably the biggest passion I have. Let's kick this press conference off with Lugaro Rodriguez from One Football. They deserve one. Yeah, they deserve. Yeah, I'm delighted with the win. I'm thrilled. I'm impressed. Powder cake questions. Cookies in top form, and we go top. But they have to play tomorrow. So we're going to have a cheeky save really quick. And I'm going to end the YouTube video because we are recording. So let's end the YouTube video. So episode 76 on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for 77 a little bit later. Until then, take care.